this short video, we're going to demonstrate how to do the EquiSal tapeworm saliva test. So in your worm control plan, you will have a bag containing everything you need to do this test. So I've just laid all our little bits and bobs out on this plastic tub, just so that we can see everything that we need in order to do the test. So in your bag, there will be a little tube of preservative with which we're going to place our swab to transport it to the lab. And on this tube, you need to put your horse's unique barcode number, so that identifies this sample as being from your horse. And the one little thing you need to do is to write your horse's name on this little barcode sticker before putting it onto your reagent tube. So we place this on the tube with your horse's name written on. We then go to our little saliva collection swab package, which I've already opened, and we can take our swab out. And our swab has a handle, and then the actual swab part, which we're going to use to take the sample from this lovely patient. So in order to take the swab, we gently place our hand over the horse's nose, just to let them know what we're doing. And we're going to place the swab in between the front and the back teeth, so in the interdental space on the horse's tongue. And we know that we have a sufficient sample on our swab when the base of the swab changes from a white colour to what's like a reddy pink coloration, and it's a little circle that we'll see in a second, and we know that we have sufficient sample on the swab at that point. The one thing that we should have mentioned is that in order to do the test, we need to withhold feed and water for 30 minutes prior to doing the test, so that we get an accurate test result. So let's see how our patient tolerates this, and hopefully she won't mind. The angel. I'm just going to gently insert the swab in her interdental space. That's the space between her front and her back teeth, ultimately on the bar of her mouth, just on her tongue. And as I said, she shouldn't have eaten or drank for 30 minutes prior to doing this test. It can take a little bit of time for the swab indicator to change colour. But you'll see, I'll just take it out for a second, you'll see that it's already beginning to change colour. So we're about just over halfway there, so we're nearly finished. Okay, Angel. And the tongue can move up and down on the swab as we're doing the procedure. And that's it. You can see that the whole base of the swab has changed into a pinky colour, and that indicates that we have sufficient sample on our swab in order for the tapeworm saliva test to be performed at the laboratory. From here, we place our swab. We just open up the little lid on our preservative. We place our swab in there, close the lid, and then we have our transit bag with a little swab inside the transit bag. That's just in case any of the reagent fluid should leak. That mops it up. We bob that inside horizontally, and then we simply take our foil off the sticky part of the bag and seal the bag. And from here, we fold it over. The lab like the samples going in horizontally, and we place it into our prepaid envelope like so, horizontally. And if you're doing more than one horse, you can just stack your samples up horizontally on top of the base sample. And from here, we close our bag, find the nearest post office, and drop our sample off to be posted to the laboratory. And once we receive the results through, we'll be in touch, letting you know whether your horse requires worming for tapeworm or not, and it's as simple as that.